everyone, welcome to another episode of VHS Studios. Today we are doing a field test from Dubai Al Qudra Lakes. We're gonna test the Canon RF 200 to 800 lens. Let's see how it performs in the wild. Canon continues to develop their RF system to support the mirrorless cameras, and this was one of the most awaited lenses in the Canon lineup for many years, especially for bird and sports photographers. I'm a bird photographer, so usually bird photographers prefer a longer focal length to capture the tiny birds closer. Today I'm going to test this particular lens to see how it can help me in my bird photography adventure. We as photographers sometimes travel hundreds of kilometers in search of some elusive birds on the planet. Once we spot them, bird photographers always tend to capture the tiny details of a subject. Most of the birds that you see are very shy, and if you go closer, usually they fly away. This is where a focal length such as 200mm to 800mm helps you to capture your dream subjects from the wild. I've used a wide range of focal length in my bird photography adventure, and the ability to go from 200 to 800mm is a huge plus when it comes to bird photography. It becomes more critical when you favor sports or action shots. When it comes to bird photography, when a bird is perched, you will find an angle and you will always try to move around to get the best shot. But when it comes to flying shots or action shots, you will not usually have that flexibility. That's where a zoom lens is a huge plus compared to the prime lenses that we can get, such as the 400mm 2.8 or 600mm f4. With 200 to 800mm lens, you are always in a position to decide whether should you choose zoom or take it as a wide shot. You will never miss a shot because of the focal length when you use a zoom lens such as 200 to 800mm. Does this high telephoto zoom affect the image quality? Well, let's find out. Let's look at some of the images that we have taken at different focal lengths and see how the sharpness and the image quality are. As you can see, these images are very sharp and very clear. We spoke about the focal length. Now let's talk about the aperture. This lens starts at f6.3 at 200 mm and goes to f9 at 800 mm. Overall, I want to show you how it performs on the field and some results with unprocessed and processed images. Let's try the autofocus performance of RF 200-800mm when it is paired with the Canon EOS R5. I'm using the tracking mode with NML IAF. I've selected mode 2 in the camera system to get the best autofocus performance. As expected, the autofocus is working pretty well with this combo and I could see some good results coming in. The 20 FPS can be an overkill at times when you capture dozens of images of the same subject and moment, but it certainly helps when you look for an action shot or a flying movement of a subject when it comes to bird photography. I'm recording this video internally in the camera. I'm also using a Atomos Ninja 5 to record this. To show you the results, I'm using both 4K 30 and 4K 120 FPS. As you can see, I'm pretty happy with the results and it's a wonderful option when you want to capture some tiny birds perched very far and you want to capture those tiny details. The ability to go from 200 to 800, it's amazing. So, what is the conclusion? I feel very optimistic and satisfied with this lens as it meets the requirements of most of the bird photographers when it comes to focal length, sharpness, handling, and amazing image quality. The video footage captured with this lens also looks pretty good. The lens weighs around 2050 grams and handling them on the field is also pretty easy. The build quality also looks good and the white color always has the feel of a premium lens even though this is not a L series lens from Canon. The lens color, which is a non-removable component on the lens, plus there is no focus limiter in the lens, which was a good option if given, as we bird photographers always want to work with different focal lengths, different focusing methods based on the situation and subjects, especially when you have a 200 to 800 mm variable focal length. However, these negatives are nothing when you look at the positives of this lens. Another good thing about this lens, you can use the 1.4x and the 2x teleconverters with this lens. When it is paired with the 1.4x teleconverter, it starts at 280 mm and it goes up to 1120 mm. This is a weather sealed lens and you can use them easily on different weather conditions and you don't need to worry about the dust or moisture and so on. I hope you liked this video and it helped you understand some of the good sides and the bad sides of the 200 to 800 mm from Canon. If you have any questions about this lens, feel free to ask me in the comments below or send me a direct message on my Instagram account. I hope you have learned a thing or two from today's video. If you have watched until now and if you like similar content, we would appreciate a subscription from you. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.